It is Othello's pleasure, our noble and valiant general, that upon certain tidings now arrived importing the mere perdition of the Turkish fleet, every man has put himself into triumph, some to dance, some to make bonfires, each man to what sport and revels his addiction leads him. For besides these beneficial news, it is the celebration of his nuptial. So much was his pleasure should be proclaimed. All offices are open, and there is full liberty of feasting, from the present hour of 5 till the bell have tolled 11. God bless the Isle of Cyprus and our noble General Othello.
Good, Michael. Look you to the guard tonight. Let's teach ourselves the honorable stop, not to outsport discretion.
Iago, hate direction what to do, but not with standing with my personal eye, will look to.
Iago is most honest. Michael, good night. Tomorrow, with your earliest, let me have a speech with you. Come, my dear love. The purchase made, the fruits are to ensure that the profits yet to come between me and you. Good night.
Welcome, Iago. We must to the watch.
Not this hour, Lieutenant. 'Tis not yet 10 o'clock. Our general cast us thus early for the love of his Desdemona, who let us not therefore blame. He hath not yet made his wanton the night with her, and she is sport for Jove.
And she is a most exquisite lady.
And I'll warn her, full of game.
Indeed, she is a most fresh and delicate creature.
What an eye she has! Methinks she sounds proudly to provocation.
An inviting eye, and yet methinks right modest.
And when she speaks, is it not in all room to love?
She is indeed perfection.
Well, happiness to their sheets. Come, Lieutenant, I have a stoup of wine. And here without are a brace of Cyprus felons that would fain have a measure to the health of Black Othello.
Not tonight, good Iago. I have a very poor and unhappy brains for drinking. I could well wash courtesy and invent some other custom of entertainment.
Oh, they are our friends. But 1 cup I'll drink for you tonight.
I have drunk but 1 cup tonight, and that was practically qualified too. And behold what innovation makes here. I am unfortunate in the infirmity, and dare not task my weakness with any more.
What man? 'Tis night of revels. The gallants desire it.
Where are they?
Here, at the door. I pray you call them in.
I'll do it, but it dislikes me.
If I can fasten but 1 cup upon him, and with that which he hath drunk tonight already, he'll be as full of quarrel and offence as my young mistress, dog, now my sick fool, Rodrigo, whom love have turned almost the wrong side out. To Desdemona hath tonight caroused. Potations pottle deep, and he's to watch 3 lads of Cyprus, noble swelling spirits, that hold their honors in warry distance, the very elements of this warlike isle. Have I tonight fluttered the flowing cups, and they watch too, now amongst this flock of drunkards. I am to put Arcasio in some action, and that may offend to the isle. But here they come. Consequence do but approve my dream. My boat sails freely, but with mind and stream.
For God, they have given me a rouse already. Good faith, the little one, and not past the pint, as I am a soldier.
Some wine, ho! And let me the catechin clink, clink. And let me the catechin clink. A soldier's man, no man's life. Soldier's man, no man's life but a span. Why then let a soldier drink some wine, boys?
God, an excellent song.
I learned it in England, where indeed they are most intent potting your Dorn, your German, and your swagged belly Hollander. A vomit's ear, the next pottle can be filled.
To the health of our general. I am for it, Lieutenant, and I will do you justice.
Oh, sweet England, King Stephen was a worthy peer. His riches cost him but a crown. He held them opens all too dear. With that he called it a tailor loan. He was a wight of high renown, and thou art but a low degree. It's pride he pulls the country down, then take the old cloak about thee. Some wine, ho!
For God, this is the most exquisite song. Another.
Will you hear it again?
For mine own part, no offense to the general, nor any man of quality, I hope to be safe.
And so do I too, Lieutenant.
But your leave, not before me. The lieutenant is to be saved. The ancient has it have no more of this. God forgive us for our sins. Generals, let look to our business. Do not think, gentlemen, from drunk. This is my ancient. This is my right hand, and this is my left. I am not drunk right now, because I can stand up and speak well enough right now, okay?
Excellent. Well then.
Why, very well then. You must not think that I am drunk.
To the platform, masters. Come, let's set the watch.
'Tis evermore the prologue to his sleep. He'll watch the horloge, establish it, if drink rock not his cradle.
The general were put in mind of it. Perhaps he sees it not, or his good nature prizes the virtue that appears in Cassio, and looks not on his evils. Is this not true?
How now, Rodrigo? I pray you after the lieutenant go.
And it's great pity that the noble Moor should hazard such a place as his own second, with one of an endangered infirmity.
Not I, for this island I do love Cassio well, and will do much to cure him of his evil.
Help! Help!
But hark, what noise?
Sound, you rude, you rascal! What's the matter, Lieutenant?
A knave, teach me my duty. I'll twist a knave into a twigged bottle.
Beat me?
Thou pray, Rouge.
Nay, good Lieutenant, I pray you, sir, hold your hand.
Let me go, sir, or I'll knock you over the mazard.
Come, you're drunk.
Drunk?
Oh! Away, I say! Go out and cry a mutiny. Nay, good lieutenant. God's will, gentlemen. Help, ho, lieutenant. Sir, Montano. Sir, help, masters. Here's a goodly watch indeed. Who's that which rings the bell? Diablo, ho! The town will rise. God's will, lieutenant. Hold, you will be ashamed forever.
What's the matter here?
Sounds, I bleed, I'm hurt to the death. He died!
Hold, ho! Lieutenant, sir, Montano, gentlemen, have you forgot all sense of place and duty? Hold, the general speaks to you. Hold, for shame.
Why, how now? Ho! From where ariseth this? Are we turned Turks? And to ourselves do that by which heaven hath forbid the Ottomites. For Christian shame, put by barbaric brawl. He that stirs next to carve for his own rage, holds his soul he lies upon his motion. Silence, that dreadful bell, it frights the isle from her property. What is the matter, masters? Honest Iago, that looks dead with grieving. Speak, who begun this? On thy love I charge thee.
I do not know. Friends all, but now, even now, in courted in terms, like bride and groom, divesting them for bed, and then, but how, as if some planet had a wit immense, swords out, tilting one at other's breast in opposition bloody, I cannot speak, any beginning to this peevish odds, and what in action glorious I had lost those legs that brought me to of it.
How comes it, Michael? You are thus forgot?
I pray you pardon me, I cannot speak.
Worthy Montano, you won't be civil. The gravity and stillness of your youth the world hath not noted, and your name is engraved in mouths of the wisest censor. What's the matter that you enlance your reputation thus and send your rich opinion of the night brawler? Give me an answer to it.
Worthy Othello, I am hurt to danger. Your officer Iago can inform you, while I spare speech which something now offends me. Of all that I do know, now I know I ought by me that said or done amiss this night. Unless self-charity be something of vice, and to defend ourselves, it is a sin with violence awaits too.
Now, by heaven, my blood begins to safer, guides to rule, and passion having my best judgment coiled. Essays to lead the way, zounds if I stir or do but lift this arm. The best of you shall sink in my rebuke. Give me to know how this foul root began, who set it on, and he that is approved in this offense through he had twinned with me, both at birth shall lose me. What? In a town of war, yet wild the people's hearts brim full of fear to manage private and domestic quarrel. In a night, on the court guard of safety, 'tis monstrous. Iago, who begun it?
If partially affined or legate in office, thou dost deliver more or less than truth. Thou art no soldier.
I had rather have this tongue cut from my mouth than it should do to offense to Michael Cassio. Yet I parade myself to speak the truth. Shall nothing wrong with him? This is General Montano, and myself being in speech. There comes a fellow crying out for help, and Cassio following him with determined sword to execute upon him. Sir, this gentleman steps into Cassio and entreats his pause. Myself, this crying fellow old pursuit, let his by clamor as it fell out. This town might fall in fright. He, swift of foot, around my purpose. I return the rather for what I heard the clink and fall of swords, and Cassio, high an oath, which till tonight I never might say before. When I came back, for this was brief, I found them close together, at blow and thrust, even as again they were. When you yourself did part them, more of this matter cannot I report, but men are men. The best sometimes forget. Through Cassio did some little wrong to him, as men in rage strike those that wish them the best. Yet surely Cassio, I believed, received from him that fled some strange indignity, which patience could not pass.
I know, Iago. Die honestly, and love doth mince this matter, making it light to Cassio. Cassio, I love thee, but never the more, officer of mine. Look, if my gentle love not be raised up, I'll make thee an example.
What is the matter, dear?
All's well. Now, sweeting, come away to bed. Sit, if your hurts. Myself will be surgeon. Lead him off. Iago, look with care about the town, and silence to those whom this vile broad distracted. Come, Desdemona, 'tis the soldier's life, to have their balmy slumbers walked away with stride.
What, are you hurt, Lieutenant?
I, past all surgery.
Mary, God forbid.
Reputation, reputation, reputation. Oh, I have lost my reputation. I have lost the immortal part of myself, and what remains is bestial. My reputation, Iago, my reputation.
As I am an honest man, I thought you had received some badly wound. There is some more sense in that often than reputation. Reputation is an idol, and most fable imposition, oft got with merit and lost without deserving. You have lost no reputation at all, unless you repute yourself such a loser. What man? There are more ways to recover the general again. You are, but now, cast in dispute, a punishment more in policy than in malice. Even so, as one would heat his offenseless dog to a freight and imperious line, sue to him again, and he's yours.
I will rather sue to be despised than to deceive so good a commander, with so slight a drunken, so indiscreet an officer. Drunk and speak, parrot, and squabble, swagger, swear, and discourse fusion with one's own shadow? O thou invisible spirit of wine, if thou hast no name to be known by, let us call the devil.
What was he that you followed with your sword? What had he done to you?
I know not.
Is it possible?
Remember a mass of things, nothing distinctly, a quarrel, but nothing whereof. O God, that men should put an enemy in their mouth to steal away their brains, that we should, with joy pleasance, revel, and applause, transform ourselves into beasts.
Why, but you are not well enough. How come you thus recovered?
It hath pleased the devil, drunkenness to give place to the devil wrath. One unperfectness show me another, to make me frankly despise myself.
You are too severe a moraler.
As the times of the place and the condition of this country stands, I could hardly with this not be happen. But since it is as it is, meant to your own good.
I will ask him for my place again. He shall tell me I am a drunkard. Had I as many mouths as Hydra, such an answer would stop them all. To be now a sensible man, by and by a fool, and presently a beast. Oh, strange! Every inordinate cup is blessed, and the ingredients is the devil.
Come, come, good wine is a good familiar creature, if it be well used. Exclaim no more, support it. And good lieutenant, I think I love you.
I have well approved it, sir. I am drunk.
And what's he then that says, I play the villain? When this advice is free I give, and honest, probable to the thinking, and indeed, of course, to win the more again. For 'tis most as easy the inclining Desdemona to subdue in any honest suit she's framed as fruitful, as the free elements, and then, for her, to win the more, were the renounced to his baptism, all seals and symbols to redeem sin. His soul is infretted to her love, that she may make unmake to the what she lists, even as her appetite shall play the god, will the weak function. How am I then a villain, to counsel Cassio to this parallel course, directly to his good? Divinity of hell, when devils will be the blackest sins to put on. They do suggest at first with heavenly shows, as I do now, for whilst this honest fool piles Desdemona to repair his fortune, and she for him pleads strongly to the more, I'll pour his pestilence into his ear. Then she repeals him for the body's lust, and by how much she strives to do him good, she shall undo her credit with the more. So will I turn her virtue into a pitch, and out of her own goodness make the net, that shall enmesh them all. How now, Rodrigo?
I do follow here, in chase, not like a hound that hunts, but one that fills up the cry. My money is almost spent. I have been tonight exceedingly well cudgeled, and I think the issue will be I shall, with no money at all and a little more wit, return again to Venice.
How poor are they, that they have no patience? What would they ever heal by degrees? That's now work by wit, and not by witchcraft, and which depends on dilatory time. Does not go well? Cassio hath beaten thee, and thou, by the small hurt, hast captured Cassio. The other things grow fair against the sun. Fruits that blossom first will be first to ripe. Content thyself a while, by the mass, 'tis morning. Pleasure and action make the hour seem short. Retire thee, go, where thou art befilled. Away, I say, thou shalt now beherit. Now, get thee gone.
Things are to be done. My wife must move for Cassio to her mistress. I'll set her on myself the while to draw the more apart, and bring him jump when he make Cassio find. Solicitizing his wife, aye, that's the way, dull not devise, by coldness and delay.
This is the most exquisite song ever.